So anyone can start like asking question and the question you faced. So if you want to start from mine, I can also start.
Okay, you please start now, Ahmad.
Okay. So mostly like the basic question they ask about firstly like what is GDG and what is the utility we use to create GDG. And sometimes, like if we are using the same JCL and want to read the GDG version, so how can we do it? So all the procedure like limit, explain all the details like limit, scratch, no scratch, and empty, no empty. So if anyone want to start want to give the answer, so can they can start.
Not actually recently, I told you right at the starting itself. I also went into this question at my interview.
Mm.
So what I explained is GDG is nothing but generation data group. This is used to store the data in the form of versions, like in the form of PS file. Generally, we can store by using normal physical sequential file also. But by doing this, what will happen means the data might got overwritten or it get appended. So instead of doing this, I want to store it as an version format. For example, monthly attendance of an employee if I want to share. So at the month end, I want to take the sheet. Every month end, I will not follow in the same sheet. I will create the new versions and I will calculate the year end, whatever the file wise I will get version 1, version 2, version 3. I will calculate it at the file year end. So for this purpose, we can use the GDG. And the second one you have asked me like utilities that we used for creating the GDG. For the base, we can use ID cams. With the help of ID cams utility, we can generate the GDG base, and we need to maintain the limit for it. In my case, if I want to create a year-end report, so I need 12 versions, so I can give the limit as well. And then coming to scratch, no scratch. So if I want to keep my older versions, even though the limit is filled, so I will use no scratch so that only the highest version will be deleted, the oldest version will be deleted, and rest all the level versions will remain safe even though I reached my limit. And if I use scratch in the sense if my limit is exceeded, then it will overwrite all the previous versions at a time. And so this is the purpose of GDG.
Okay, so what is the and then use of empty and no empty? Like you were saying,
Yeah.
scratch, it will do the deletion, override this.
I mean, empty and non-empty, basically it's used for cataloging it. If when I use no empty, the physically the file will get disappeared, and at the same time, that sorry, uncatalog it. It will uncatalog it, and if empty means it will not uncatalog,
Monik,
but it will.
I think you are saying it reverse way.
Yeah, yeah, you
Okay,
say that's why
sorry.
I want to
Thanks
add.
for
You were saying it
correcting.
reverse.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, thanks for
So
correcting.
limit and
Yeah.
no limit is for if your maximum generation is reached, then it will delete it. And scratch and no scratch is if you want to physically delete or maintain it.
Yeah,
Yeah, thanks for correcting.
correct. So basically, empty what it will do, like it will uncatalog all the oldest generation, and in no empty, it will uncatalog the oldest generation only. So and in scratch, like if we what we do, like if we do pass parameter scratch, so it will delete the dataset that uncatalogued dataset physically. So that is the point.
Yeah, thanks for
If like if I'm wrong, so you can correct me. Anyone?
I think in limit in GTG maximum limit should be 256, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, 250.
we can use
Hmm.
256.
So like sometime so recent interview, like someone asked me like that, and we have created the more generation like maximum generation 255 generation, and I want to access the 10th generation. So what you will do? So how will you access that file, that DDG? So anyone?
No, can you ask the question? Your 10th generation, you want to access?
No, already like limit we provided 255 and we created the 255 generation, right? So, and that interviewer asked me like, I want to access the 10th 10th generation. So what will you pass? Like in bracket, we have to pass no to access that. Like for the current version, we use 0.
So we'll use
For the
zero
previous
nine in the bracket.
-1, -2, -3, we have to go for
Yes, yes.
backward. Hmm.
We'll
For
provide
like
09 in the bracket
09, is it?
because for the current version it is 0. Then the next
Yeah.
version will be 1. So 10th version will be 9,
Ori,
9, right?
Amti Bath.
It is not in the same
Sambunta.
JCL. It is created another JCL
Oi.
later. Just we have to read.
Sambunta. तूड झाला
Okay.
चालू बाय एक्स्ट्रा गेल देख मी खाली तू खाली कधी आता गेली काय हा आता बोळ गेल तू
Sorry, can you mute one?
त्याच्यात 5 झाले
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah, better you should mute actually.
Yeah, I muted. So, did you get my question?
Yeah,
Hello.
actually, you want to access the 10th version when you have 255 limit, right?
But it is in
Yeah.
another JCL, not in the same JCL we created.
Understood the question.
So, what will you do? Like, just we do. Okay.
We
Anyone?
can use that, we will open that GDG and we can take that particular file, right? Version number will be there. We can take that and we can just put it in the new JCL. That's what you are saying, that we are going to use that in a new JCL on the right. Then we can take that particular GDG version. We can use like that.
Yeah, that is also correct. And one more way is there. So,
Yeah, see, actually, GTG version means it's not nothing but a PS file, right? Like how actually we are accessing a PS file, the same way we can give we can use the GTG, which version actually we want. In this,
just for example, I'm not able to access the 10th one. I want to access the 254th one. So what we used to do, for example, I'm just asking.
oh, okay, 254.
So basically we do like for the current generation is 255, okay? So 0. So in the previous version 254 we have to access, then we use -1. Like if we want to access the 253, then we do -2.
Yeah, correct. That is the way.
So that way, like the 10th one I want. So just minus the 255 minus 10, then -245. If we will pass, then we can get the 10th one. Like that, I have given the answer. An interview, okay, fine. Okay, so which utility we use for creating the version generation? Because like for the GDG based creation we use IDCam, but for the generation what we use?
I think that is IFBR 14.
Okay. Any other utility we can use?
Sorry, come again. What is the question here?
So basically, we used to create the GDG base using ID cam utility. So we have to also create the GDG generations. So what utility we use for that?
IFBA 14 only.
IFBA 14.
Correct only, correct. Yeah. And we can also use IB general.
Sorry, what?
Both are fine.
No, IFBR 14 usually I use, but you told what is that other one? That
IB general. IB general.
Oh, IB general. Yeah, that is only.
Both we can use.
Yeah, that is for the PS file creation, na? Yeah.
No, IBS 14 is basically PS calculation, but I checked the answer research for that. Like they are showing me IBNR and IBF 14 both. So I just mentioned it.
So you can use IFBA 14.
Correct only. I'm not saying it's wrong.
Yeah.
Okay.
So using IDB channel also we can create a version +1.
Okay. So it's fine.
Okay.
So,
Okay, Ahmed, most commonly question usually I know because I used to ask that question, na? In Cobol, SOC 4, SOC 7. That is mostly common that people are asking.
Yeah, in every interview, like 90% of interview, you will face that question. We can discuss here.
Yeah.
So, anyone?
I think SOC 4 is protection exception and SOC 7 is data exception.
Yeah, that is theoretical, that's right. Yeah, please give some example. What is SOC 4? Actually, you put protection exception, right? Can you give a example?
When we are trying to read the file that is already open, or when we try to write into the file that is already open, at that scenario it may get for SOC 4. And coming to SOC 7, maybe it's like numerical data when you are trying to pass the numerical data which is not correct length or something.
Yeah, Monica, can you tell me about SOC 4 protection exception? Can you tell me that? Can you give one scenario?
Yeah, I think it might be like if you are trying to write into an file that is not opened, that kind of scenarios will get the protection exception.
Oh, really? Okay.
It's correct only. There are various scenario we can face, of course. So it is one of the scenarios, right?
Yes. I think usually that is the common that one scenario is for SOC 4 is trying to access 11th elements of an array which is for 10th. Size is 10th. I'm trying to access 11th one. So that is
Yeah.
obviously
That's correct
Can
also.
you can you go a little slow because we can get echo from your side so that we are not able to understand your voice clearly. Access something you are saying.
no, accessing 11th element of an array of size 10.
Okay.
Array
It's fine.
of
Not particular.
telling.
He means to say like that, like
Array
we have to,
overflow.
we used to create the table, okay, array. And like for example, you are using, you are creating an array of 5 items, okay. But we are trying to access beyond that range, like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, whatever. So okay, but we are creating only five. The limit occurs 5 items, 5 times. But we are trying to access beyond the range. So
Correct.
that time we also face this talk for event, and this is a basic. And like we also like sometimes our interviewer ask you like, how can we resolve it? Like,
I think okay, one thing I think
so
for this kind of
So,
array SOC 4 na, better we should use the compiler option, SS range. That is the best option. That way we can avoid this SOC 4 issue.
no, if it is SS range only, we'll get this event. We have to use no SS range to avoid this.
Yeah, that's right now.
Yeah.
What is that actually SS range? I haven't heard it before.
It's like the maximum limit once it is reached means if we use this SS range means then the program will abandon due to the SOC 4 error if we are trying to access the next element.
Yeah.
So
basically
SS
this is okay.
SS range,
Yeah.
no SS range is a compiler option. While doing compile
Yeah.
it, you have to provide that in a POM parameter.
But mostly nowadays we are not dealing with this compilation part. Like we are using version controls only.
Okay, can we go for next question?
Yes, we haven't discussed the SOC 7. We can discuss. They are mostly asked like how to resolve SOC 7 a bit. Can you give me the steps? Like I have been like 3 times or 4 times they asked me this question. Resolving SOC 7 a bit. Hello.
So
SOC
SOC
7, I
7 is
think
basically, yeah, go ahead.
I think we get from the spool, we can go to Jay's message and all, and we get the offset address of the field where exactly it is giving the error. By using that offset, we can find the field.
So where we have to find that offset value?
Sorry?
You said me like we have to search the offset, like offset we used to get in the sys out.
From
Okay.
from
So
data
after
we
that,
get
like after getting that offset value, where we have to actually the find that the from where the line from which line the error is coming. So for that we have to go somewhere.
JES.
Is it
So we
anyone?
have to take that offset value from this
Mhm.
out. It will the error it will show, right, the system completion error abandoned with SOC 7 and all. So it will show the offset. So from there you have to copy the offset, and then the program compiler listing, you will be having a compiler listing, right? You have to compile the program, or the program compiler listing will be available in PDS. So you have to go there and then search for this particular offset. So this offset actually will provide you the assembler statement only. The program be converted into an assembler statement. So it will just provide you that assembler statement. So when you when you go to the right side of that particular offset, this assembler statement, you will find the actual program statement wherein the actual append has happened. So from
Yeah.
there, now you know the statement where the exact event has happened, but you do not know what is the value that has been passed to this particular variables in order to trigger this event. So for that, what you need to do is you just have to go to the cdump output. So inside that cdump, you have to search for this particular statement itself, which will show you the variable values. But for that, the prerequisite is to show all these things. The compiler, again, the compiler should be compiled with an list and the test option. Similar to this SS range, the compiler should have this options like list and the test. So these two options should be there before we compile a program. Only then this will show all these things.
Yeah.
If not,
Perfect.
we have to, yeah, if not, we have to use, nowadays, the projects use the tools like Abandade and Fulton, few other tools there. So
Yeah.
in that also, it will actually, once a program abandoned means there will be a entry in that particular Abandade. So you need to go there. And then within that, you will have like options for program variables and then program statements. So you can go there, and then that will actually list the exact program statement. And from there, we have another option called to means then program variables. So it will show what is the exact value that got abandoned due to that which abandoned.
I think you almost covered my the answer. Even I researched on this and I got this one. So, like if anyone want to add, so they can also add. But still, I want this much only. So from my end, says perfect answer. Okay. So anyone want to add here more question to what they faced? They can also add scenario based question.
Actually,
If
one
they
thing, okay, one thing I'll like to add here. Usually, SOC 7 happen due to on initialize the numeric item. That is the SOC 7 is for
ah,
that only, right? Trying what is the SOC 7? It's a data exception, non-numeric operations on a numeric field. That's
mhm.
why this.
That is the reason. My question has yeah, it's correct only. I have asked the question like how to resolve. Like basically they ask this, but like what is SOC 7 event? And then when you give the answer SOC 7 event, they mostly ask like how to resolve it. So that's why I asked. And that's time like interviewers ask like also like don't use abandoned or something else like on basic way. Just tell me the basic. Okay. So correct. Yeah.
So one more thing to add on here is the interviewer may ask you like how to avoid this. Avoid SOC 7. So to avoid this, actually, we know that this occurs due to a non-numeric data available in the numeric part. So before we move any data to a numeric variable, we need to check whether it's using is numeric condition. Only if it is numeric, then only we have to move the value into a numeric data itself. So thereby we can avoid it.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for sharing this answer. Actually,
Yeah.
we faced this question. answer questions from the interviewers. And okay, so anyone want to ask any more question like related to what you faced?
Now, what
So,
is JCL execution process?
Sorry, can you come again?
Yeah, please come again. Come again. It's Siddharth, right?
Someone asked about the JCL execution process.
Okay.
After submitting the job, or like they are asking what will happen when to.
So anyone want to take up this? JCL execution process. Anyone? So even I was not clear, like I have learned it, but I forgot. Basically, what when we submit the job, it went to the JES, right? Hello, who asked the question?
Yeah, that is right. It will go to JEs only, na?
Then they check it. It check like sometimes it is for the execution queue or parity queue. Lot of process there, so we have to research on it. Even I am not aware. Anyone want have answers, so please add answers here, so we can know also. Hello. Okay, so no one has answer. Job, just what was the question? Like JCL execution.
I don't have the full answer, but one thing is like once we submit the job, like it will go into the just system, right? There will be two systems. One is just two and just three. For just two, there will be some keyword parameters. For just three, there are some other keyword parameters we need to use. Mostly, we will use the just two system only. For in our project, we are using the just two only. I'm not sure about the full process. What will happen once we submit the job?
Yeah, in
Okay.
just to what are the parameters we are going to do? Can you please let me know? Can you please elaborate?
Normal keyword parameters like class region, then
Class.
those are the common parameters only.
No, you
Like
So
for just three system, we have to include some more as well, I think.
so JS2 is something called decentralized. JS3 is centralized. So JS2 for the step only. Before that step only, we are going to use the JS2. But JS3 is only in the job statement only. That is enough. That's why it is centralized. JS3.
okay, just for the information I am adding here. So what should be the phases? So when we submit the job, it will go for the J is like job entry subsystem, which
Yeah.
handles this. So first it go to the input job entry subsystem, like, and then it will go to the conversion queue where the JCL is checked and converted into internal format. Then it went to the initiation, like a subsystem initiator picks up the job. Then it went to the execution part, like there the program runs, and then output where the results are written. And in the last, it will go for the purge.
Okay, but my question one here is one question the interval might ask. Okay, so the job is it are you executing Cobol program or a Cobol DB2 program? Next question.
Yes, both like if we are using the only Cobol of program, then we use only the compiler IGY CRCTL. But if we are using like then we have like both like then we are using sometimes for the Cobol part we are using IGVRCTL, and for the DB2 part like first the pre-comparison process is there for the DB2 a Cobol DB2 program. Like where the pre-compiler is there, DSN HPC, which separate the SQL part and the COBOL part, another and both another part like COBOL source code and one is DBRM. So what after that like they compile the COBOL code and create the object code using IGVR CRCTL, which is a COBOL compiler. And then using link edit like HEWL, we create the load module for that COBOL code. And in another part, like what we separated the SQL query and put into the DBRM, then we do the bind process on that DBRM. What is that bind process like? Where we create the package. So when bind process like we provide the every requirement like isolation, even owner, and lot of details whatever required for the running the SQL query for the table. And then as we know like package is not executable, so we create the package into plan for the execution purpose, like because a package plan is has a connection with the DB2 system, so that's why we create plan.
Yeah, that's
And
correct.
through IKGFT01, so we used to like execute this Cobol DB2 program.
Yeah, to execute a Cobol DB2 programming, so definitely we need load module from the Cobol side. From the DB2 side, we need a plan. Plan is executable,
Yes.
as you told, right?
Yes, correct. Okay.
What is
So
purge
that's
and
much.
purge?
Sorry, purge.
Purge.
What did you ask? Sorry, can you come again? What is the question?
I just had only one word, purge. And purge and purge means purging something, right?
Yeah, just it is for like after completion of the job, like this, we have to remove it from the school, so we use for that purge.
And we have purge and force for GDG as well.
Yeah.
So purge,
The
like purge
difference between purge and force.
purge will delete the GDG base, delete the version and the base, irrespective of the like expiration date of the GDG. But force deletes the GDG version and the base, uh, like if any of the like GDG version is nearing about to an expiry date. Like if the expiry date is not reached, they'll not be deleted for force. It will
Okay.
check the expiry date, but purge, irrespective of the expiry date, it will delete.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Even I'm not aware of this. I got the answer, so it will help me. So
Yeah, thank you.
sorry, your voice is not clear. What is your name?
Hello.
Okay. So one more question. Mostly they ask me, and through using like JCL, I'm just asking question. And they want the matching records sometimes from like there are two files, and they want the matching records. So what is the syntax, like what we use, what keyword use? So can you what utility we use? So like that sometimes they ask me.
Uh,
So anyone?
We can, like, if there are two files and we want the matching records of both the file in another output file, then we can go for sort. Like sort field
Mhm.
equals to copy, some field equals to none.
That
So
will
it
remove
will
the
no,
duplicates.
no, sorry, it will
Some
remove the
field equals to none remove.
for
Yes, some
We
fields
yeah.
equal
use
num
So
join
this
keys.
some fields equal
join
normally.
keys, yes,
Hmm.
join keys we'll use.
Okay, so can you give me the syntax? Sometimes they want to ask me write this. I have given the answer, but they asked me to write it on a notepad.
Okay, it will be like first join keys and then I mean we will give file name and then in the keys we will give suppose if it is employee number for file one it is in position 1 to 5 then we will mention that position 1 to 5 and again for file 2 also we will mention the position employee number position. If we haven't mentioned anything like inner join outer join anything then it will do inner join like only matched records will come in the output and then in the reformat fields so you will give like if you want few fields from file 1 then you will give file 1 is to those positions. For file 2 also you will give the same like f2 is to which are positions you want that position numbers you will give.
Correct only. So I have one question also. Like I just want the record from file one only, which is not matching. So in this case, what will we do?
We can give join unpaid f1 only.
Yeah. Okay. So same like for the file two.
Yeah, we will replace file 1 with file 2.
Okay. Only keyword is like just for the unmatching records.
Yeah,
And if we give like join unpaired F1, F2, then it will be
full
full join,
join.
right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Full. Correct only. And sometimes they ask me like I don't want from JSL. Can you give me the Cobol way? So
Okay, file matching in Cobol.
yeah.
We can suppose if the data is less, suppose maybe if it is 100 records, then we can load both the files in array and do binary search all.
Okay. Correct only. So people can see the syntax also. Like I have research on it and saw the syntax. How can we do it so it's better? Even in my project, I'm using this. So
Okay.
I'm aware.
You are doing matching in Cobol.
Yeah,
Oh,
same approach I have applied in my program. So I'm in a project where I'm doing this.
okay.
Like I'm just reading the files and creating one array, like and sending all the files one data to into array.
Actually,
Same with
it's
the
a long process, no? Like in your project,
Mhm.
you should not use JCL.
JCL.
I mean, sorry, join keys.
Yeah. No, I have using both. Like somewhere, like I'm using join keys also. Even
Okay.
in project, I did this. I use
Okay.
join keys like for unmatching record. Okay, they are
Okay.
from file one. So the client requirement is that they want to remove that the unwanted data. So that time, like I use this one, like join key unpaired with F1 only. So
Okay.
it is my project experience only.
Okay.
And that also like the other one I have recently I worked on a program where I did this the
Okay.
same approach. And the interview also want this optimization approach because like your time complexity would be great. If we don't use array like time complexity would be size into size. Like if it's that record of 10 records in file one and 10 records in file two. So it will multiply. We have to do the process 100 times, 10 into 10. So that is not preferable.
Which one you mean? Open the file one, read record, and compare with file two.
You
That process.
reading record first and comparing
Okay.
from all the 10. Then
Okay.
reading from 2, then comparing all 10. So it will be like 10 into 10. So, but
Okay.
in the other approach, it will not be 10 into 10. It will just be size n. Time complexity will be OFN.
Okay.
Hmm. Okay. So, if you're discussing array, then I want to add one more question here. What is the difference between index and subscript? mostly asked interview.
Yeah. Subscript is a working storage variable. Index, like while defining array itself, we will give like we should not declare. I mean, no need to declare it separately. And for subscript, like we can move whatever the value we want, like 3, 4. But for index, it is like up by 1 and down by 1 only.
Okay.
Adding it like subscript means we
Anyone
can
want to
use
add more?
index, we will use set, and subscript we will use add.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
what is the main
more
share?
point?
Text.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Like
theoretically, it will be written
correct
like
question.
index is a display.
Correct
I mean,
question. Yeah. Yeah.
it's
I'm just
a
wanting the same answer like what he has. Like what is
it's
the
a
main difference?
displacement.
Yeah, right. Index is a displacement value of an array, and subscript it's actually an occurrence value of an array, and
Yeah.
index is faster compared to the subscript such.
Yeah, what is occurrence and what is displacement?
Okay. Anyone? Yeah. I want to add here. So occurrence is the numbers like number of items. And index like is just hold the address, so it directly fetches the result. Like from the 0th position, it hold the address and directly fetches the result. But in occurrence, there is a number, but it converts into the displacement. Then it says fetches the result. Am I right? If I'm wrong, you can correct me here.
No, actually, yeah.
So you mean occurrence means multiple numbers, right?
Yeah, so occurrence number of items.
Okay, displacement means it is directly
Ah,
fetching from starting.
yeah, 0th position. Let's hold the address.
Okay, thank you.
What in this case, now from the performance point of view, you should use the index, not subscript.
Yeah, obviously, it is taking some lesser time. We have our index holding the address, so it will directly fetch us a result. But in occurrence, in subscript case, like, but it will convert into the displacement. It is converting subscript to index part. Then it is fetching internally in the system. So if we are obviously if we want to better way, like we use index.
But yeah, one thing, subscript can be modified by any arithmetic statement. But
Yeah.
index can only be modified through set. Set index, right? That's what we used to give. Set index.
Perform varying we can also use.
Yeah, I have one query. This set we can give only one, or set up we can give 2, 3, any number we can give. Is it possible for index?
Oh yes, it's possible.
Okay.
Okay, so where in Cobol, na? In
Yeah.
Cobol actually, again, you already discussed na, sequential search and binary search.
Yes.
Those kind of when we are going to use which search we need. That's based on that only. That is one question usually I got those questions. When at what point we should use index the sequential or what in both way. Then in that way, which one is better, and which in what scenario we need to use sequential search and again binary search. Yeah, so I mean search or search all. You got my point, right? This
Yeah.
is this.
So if we can give the
Search
so
is
discuss search and all here, so it's better for the interview. Like it is also mostly asked interview question.
search is like if you want to compare one item with the all others. Suppose there is an array, alphabets array is there. If you want to search like with all the items, then we will go for search. Sequential search, one by one. Search
Character by
all.
character, line by line, you can
Yeah.
say.
Yeah. But search all, it is.
Adding.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah, actually in search all actually the tables will be sorted. In sort in the normal sequential sort, right? Tables,
Yes. Table has to be sorted.
yeah, for the binary search.
Yes.
And that's why that is factor, na, search all.
Yeah.
And usually we prefer search all when the table size is bigger.
Yes.
Hmm.
Anyone want to add more pointers here so we can more clear on the search and search? I have answers, but I want from some.
Okay,
Actually,
mine.
search is like, sorry, can
No, you go ahead, Monica. Go.
yeah, search is like sequential order, like we will do field by field, and search all is like binary search. So first we need to keep the items in a sorted order. Then only we can proceed for the search operation. How we will do means based on sorted order, we can split into the two parts. Two arrays you can assume. The first, if I am searching for the 12 number, then I will search the first array, last element, and the first array of the last element of the first array and the first element of the second array, so that I can find which part I can go, first array or the second array, and I will easily go into that array, and again I can split it. It's basically like a binary search, so that for large amount of data, if you are going for the search, then we will prefer the search all operation only. This per my knowledge. If
And
anything
in
wrong, please correct.
search all, we can use only one condition operator. And in search, I think we can use multiple, equal to, greater than, less than.
Yeah,
But
it's
in
correct.
search all, we use only equal to, and only one when condition is used in search all, and in search multiple when conditions can be used.
Yeah, that's what now. In sort all only equal to. In search, any
Yeah, and
logical comparison.
search takes more longer time as compared to search all.
Yeah, that's right. No, that's why. But yeah, that's why we're going to use search means when the preferred, when the table size is smaller. In that way only we're going to use search. Okay.
What is linear search and what is binary search?
Linear search, that is nothing sequential search, not sequential.
Linear search is item by item.
Hmm.
It will search everything. Binary search means it will divide into two parts, and with the middle one, it will compare. If it is higher, it will go for right side. If it is less value, it will consider other side, like that. It will divide, compare.
Okay,
Okay.
so I'm giving one example so everyone can understand. Like why it should be sorted, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. For okay, example, I'm holding an one array, 10 items. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It is sorted. So that's why we can apply binary search on that. Like it will divide the two parts, 1 to 5 and 6 to 10. So by comparing mid value, like 11 it is okay. So mid, sixth position is I'm taking mid value. So we will compare the like our values, like for example 3 I'm searching, okay. So it will compare like mid value. Is 3 3 is less than mid value. We will check like 3 is less than 6, mid value I'm holding 6, okay. So if 3 is less than 20, we will search in the left half, okay. And for example, we are searching 7 and 1 to 11. So our mid value is 6. We will check like 7 is less than or mid value, not. So no, it is not less than. It is greater than. So we will search our value in the right half. So it will our uh, what like it will decrease the half time, because we are not using like left array for the 7 value, only searching in the right array. So yeah, it's my thought. I understood in this way. So I just want to share this so everyone can understand what is binary search actually.
Yeah, that is true only. Okay, next common question, what usually I get or I was asking. Static call and dynamic call. Anyone?
Yeah, static call means like we will call the program name directly. And dynamic means we will declare it in a like working storage variable. In the call, we will give WS, that working storage variable name.
Right.
And yes. And also like compile during compilation time, the palm parameter would be no dynam for static, and for dynamic it will be dynam.
And if
That's right.
we have a static call, the call program will be also compiled during the compilation of the main module. But if we call dynamically the subprogram, it will call when we actually call the submodule, that time compilation will take place.
Yeah.
So
You
no
mean is
dynamic call.
okay, carry on. Sorry.
So in static call, like memory required is more, because at the compilation of the main module, sub module will got called and the load module will get created, and time required will be less. But in static call, time required will be more, but the memory used will be less.
So which one will be the best?
So
Dynamic
based
will
on
be.
our requirement, we can choose. Dynamic is better, but it also depends on what kind of
Correct.
requirement we have.
If we have subsequent more changes, like often we are getting changes, then dynamic linking is best.
Yes.
But statical is more fast compared to dynamic.
But memory is high because like we will have both the loads together.
Yeah, of course, yeah. Because at the same static call means call means we have to recompile everything. So the call module, calling module, everything should be compiled. But in dynamic, not that
Yeah.
required.
Yes.
So
Whenever we
basically
have a
what
change, we will for dynamic case we will change. Suppose subprogram changes there, then we will only compile that subprogram for dynamic calls. But for static calls, again both will get compiled. If that submodule is getting used in many modules, in that case, like if we are going for static call, then it will be like time consuming. If it is a dynamic, then only that submodule alone we will compile.
Yeah, that's true.
What is dynam and no dynam?
It is a compiler option, I guess.
Yes, that is the compiler option. Only no dynamo dynamo. No dynamo usually we use for the static call only.
Yeah.
And one more thing I want to add that during the link edit, we used to combine the both subprogram and main program into one load module. That's why its size is bigger. And I want to add one more point here, like mostly in the interview, we have to give the answer like it depends upon the requirement, what the requirement is. Hello?
Yes, that's right. That is obviously the requirement only, na?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
See,
we are almost we almost covered the pointers like upon the requirement why when we use static and when we use dynamic. So fine.
Okay. Okay. Now this question might be the common question. What is copy and what is include? When what scenario why you are using copy?
Copy, we always used to copy the copybook in the program, and include is used to include the DCL gen. Like execute SQL, include DCL gen and execute, and copy copybook name. And both are used in the working storage section.
Yeah, copy will be expanded during compilation time, whereas include will get expanded during runtime.
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 Okay.
Execution time.
Yeah, I got it.
Is it
Yeah.
include basically expanded during the pre-compilation time and copy basically expanded during the
Yeah,
compilation time.
that is what I wanted to tell actually.
Okay, okay.
It was on the
Sorry.
pre-compilation time.
Okay, sorry.
Can you please repeat?
So basically, the copybook is using include. It is expanded during the pre-compilation time because it's hold the recursion variable which is compatible to the
Okay,
table and
yeah,
the
yeah.
Cobol. Okay, compatible to Cobol. The
Okay,
table.
when in the first step, like SQL and non-SQL, we get separated, that time it will get expanded.
Yeah.
And will get expanded during compilation.
Sometimes in JCL also we will have include.
That is for the condition, include condition.
Yeah, that is in sort.
No. That include some PDS members we can give, right? Like JCL lib, job lib. Like
Exactly,
that.
we use it for code reusability.
Okay.
Yeah, we can use the symbolic parameter like we have some.
But both the things have only one purpose. Why we're using copy and input those things? Because unnecessarily same number of lines of code. It's going to repeat many times.
Yeah.
In that case, we'll put it in a copybook and then just include that. That's why we're using going to copybook. Copy that PDF or whatever PS file. Yeah,
That's what someone said, like for the code reusability. Okay, so fine. One more question recently, last Friday I have been asked. So how can you convert the comp3? Like they are a file data holding. We can't read the comp and the data inside which is holding the comp3. Okay. So we want to convert into the readable format. So how would you do it? So
This one can be achieved using the sort utility as well, from pack decimal
From
to
ZB to PD.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
And the second option is through the Cobol program. The comp3 variable we can move to the 99.99, something like that of variable, and after that we can use the display statement to view this data.
correct only. Actually, I have given the answer this short one, PD2 and jelly. But he told me like, can you do it from Cobol? How would you do it? So you already gave an answer. Okay.
So in Cobol, we need to move it to.
Suppose if the comp3 variable is S9 of 5,
Okay.
and we want this to convert into the readable format, so we can give it as 5 nines. We
Okay.
can move it to a variable with the 5 nines.
Okay.
So using this we can display that with the readable format.
Okay.
So let me correct. I have given one more pointer here. So I want what I did like we know like COM3 holds the half bytes. So accordingly, like we calculate the like if it is 9 bytes, so it will store 5 bytes. But when we move it to like another variable, like we will use 5 bytes there. So that pointers I added, but I don't know whether it is correct for the interview or not. So is it anyone want to add like
So that comp1, comp2, comp3, right? I always
no, I'm just asked comp and comp3.
Yeah, but in that case, I will go with comp3 only because of the less storage actually. You know that formula, right? N plus 1 by 2 for comp3. Peak 9 of 10 comp3. How much byte it will take storage wise? If
So
it is
what their requirement is like they want to convert into the comp from comp3 to comp. So that's why I added this point.
but yeah,
So I'm just I want to know like here from anyone like so is it correct for the interviewer or I have to correct in some other way. I got one answer here only, but I'm not aware. Someone told already told this like Cobol logic.
I think most of the time you might have come back to one more question actually related to cursor. Why you are using cursor? That is what they will ask also. That
Yeah,
everyone
and recently I was asked when we'll get -305 and -805.
805. Okay, 805. Okay.
So
Hmm.
yeah, I
Okay,
answered like
so
okay.
okay, so anyone I want to take up then fine. If not, like I will give the answer. Anyone?
Like I answered.
Okay, you can carry on. Okay.
Like 805, like if we are writing a query and the query results more than one row from the table satisfies condition, so it will give minus 805. So in that case, we need to use cursor.
No, it is wrong.
No, no.
I'm not minus F not for is not for that. That is for package.
Eight,
That is
Package
not
eight,
not
found.
805. That error will be DBRM or package, not found in the
uh,
plan. For
yeah,
that only
package.
that 805.
I think 811 is the error message.
Yeah,
Maybe
minus 811 is the correct answer. Basically, when we use singleton select statement to fetch multiple row, then we get the minus 811.
yeah, that's right.
And that's why we
Okay.
use cursor in DB2 also to
Yeah,
fetching multiple rows.
exactly. That was my question. When we are going to use cursor, when we're going to try multiple records, right? Based on the criteria.
Mm.
But
And
okay.
you will also
Hmm.
you will be also face this one like tell me the phases syntax, all the like declaring cursor and open cursor, fetching cursor, and then closing
Yeah,
cursor.
yeah.
This
Obviously, that
syntax.
declare cursor, open cursor, fetch cursor, close cursor. Na? These are four steps are there.
Four phases.
Yeah, this is I think everyone can answer that.
And they also ask like where we declare these, in which sections of the code, like where we
Yeah,
declare
correct.
open.
Working
Last
storage.
Friday, last Friday I faced this one question related to cursor. What like they asked me like where in which division you will declare the cursor. Do anyone know?
Obviously, working storage, na?
Uh,
Working
yeah.
storage.
So
Working
anyone else?
storage will declare, and I think in the procedure division will fetch,
Yes, yes.
open and close.
Right.
No, actually we can declare the cursor in both division,
Okay,
data division and process division both.
okay,
Okay.
my next question. Okay, because I also got okay, okay. You okay? What we discussed for the reading multiple records, we are using cursor, right? But my question is then if I'm trying to update, can we use cursor for update or not? That is the question now.
Yeah, we have to use update cursor for that. We have read only cursor, update. So we have to use update only. And while updating, we have to use where current of that cursor name. So it
Hmm.
will
In declare
update that
cursor,
record.
yeah. Then declare cursor when you write the query select, like selecting select some field from the table, then there we you have to mention for update. If you are doing for if you're going to do further any update, and after fetching the value into the host variable, then we can do the update process.
Okay, my next question is okay, I'm going to use the cursor for the update, but I'm trying to update one particular record, one row. Will it put a lock on that or not? Is it something at the same time? Suppose my program, one particular transaction is updating a row. Will it put lock on that so that other cannot access that particular record? I'm asking that is mainly for the update cursor only.
Yeah. So anyone want to take up this question? Like it means he want to mention the isolation level here. This is also one of the question asked in interview. What is
Mhm.
isolation?
Yes, yes. I, why I'm telling all these things because even I was facing this kind of question, na?
Yeah, I know. I have been also faced this question.
Even many times I told him, na, I am an interviewer. I am taking the interview for those freshers and 5 or 6 those people. Okay, that's fine. And what else I was usually asked? Okay, I think
So
this.
no, actually, let me someone take this question.
Okay, that's fine. And then
Isolation level. What is isolation level, and what are the isolation levels we used to give? Anyone know?
everyone knows, na? Cursor stability, uncommitted read, repeatable read.
No, actually, not everyone knows. We are not experienced. So maybe someone
Cursor
knows.
stability, repeatable read, and uncomfortable read.
So then, I mean, which one generally who should use this isolation level? What is the best option?
I think uncommitted.
Cursor stability.
You are H1
Okay, tell me one thing. You know, right? Cursor stability. What is the first one? I think that provides the right integrity. And usually this is mostly where you using this cursor stability, the isolation level. As cursor moves from one record in one page to the record in the next page. So yeah, once it moves to the next page only, then everything will be released. Yeah, this is what. But a repeatable read, it will give both read and write integrity. These are all. Yeah, these are mostly these three only, but mostly we use cursor stability only. And so that's another one, uncommitted read. That is usually no one prefer that one. Uncommitted read. Okay.
Yeah, okay, so yeah, got it. So anyone like already know this one, like what is repeatable read, what is uncommitted read, and what is cursor stability, read stability. They can also mention here. So it will help you for your interview to give all this answer.
Okay. I think okay. Yeah, you might have mostly yeah, anyone only DB2 resource. Anyone do have anyone has IMS experience here in this guy within these people? IMS. But first of all, you guys know what is IMS.
It is IMSDB, hierarchical
Yes.
database.
Yes, that is a hierarchical database. IMSDB.
Yes.
I think no one is must. No, I don't know
I
any.
have worked for the only few times, not much. Like they have a project where the requirement is the IMSDB with CICS. So I worked for both Kix and IMSDB. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because
I
why
have
I want.
only three. I have 3 years experience, but I got the chance, good exposure in Infosys. So thanks.
No. Why I told IM because IMS. No, I was working in IMSDB for around 10 years.
Oh, then that much.
That too
So
when I was in US, not in India.
Oh, you are in US.
Yes, I was there. No?
Okay, I'm not.
congrats.
That's why. Okay. Anyway, IMS is not in the scope in this call actually.
Mhm.
That's fine.
Basically, like JCL, Cobol, DB2, much are aware, so they are preparing for that.
Yeah. That's fine. I can understand.
And like there are very less resources available on the YouTube or somewhere else, like for the Kicks and the MSDB. So that's why also not people are much aware of this, and even not getting chance to work on CICS and MSDB. So that's why that is also the reason.
CICS.
Mostly the work is around JSL Cobol DB2.
That I know.
Okay, anyone? One more question I will add. So mostly asked in the interview. Cursor withhold. Why we use cursor withhold? They mostly ask me. So can anyone give this answer? It will be like most asked question in interview also.
So if we use cursor with hold to whatever update we have done till now to the database, suppose if we do commit at any point. So if we have cursor with hold, the changes will be there even after commit. They won't be rolled back.
Okay, so basically it restrict from closing the cursor
Yeah,
when we do
yes, it
commit.
will. Yeah.
Because there are millions of record and we are doing like per every 1,000 records commit, and we don't want to close the cursor. Like we without using cursor withhold, like when we don't use withhold option and simple cursor we are using, and we are doing after 10,000 we can be doing commit. So what it will do, it will close the cursor. We have to open again the cursor. So that is not preferable. That's why we use cursor withhold. And you are also giving current answer, so I'm just explaining so I can give in the interviewers. this answer.
So to save the records, we'll use cursor with hold.
No, it's what happened. Like when we do commit, okay, there's a millions of records, and after everything, like we use restart logic in Cobol DB2. So we will discuss this further. But after 10,000 records, we are doing commit, saving the records. Every 10,000 records, we are saving the doing commit and saving the records. So when we do commit without using cursor withhold option, so what it will do, like it will close the cursor. Are you getting it? Hello? Hello?
Yes, I'm listening. Na?
Okay, yeah. So this is the reason why we use cursor withhold, and this is the interview question, mostly asking interview question. That's why I added here,
And
so
with
people can
hold
have a.
and withhold, they'll also ask what is scrollable and non-scrollable cursor.
Okay, I haven't faced this.
So,
So anyone want to
so
take up? So I can also be aware.
So scrollable, like if we mention the cursor scrollable, and suppose we are reading the data, now we have read third or fourth record, and we want to again go back to the previous record or the first record or the nth record. So if we have given the scrollable, while fetching, we can give fetch next cursor name or fetch first, fetch last. So it will directly point to that record from the table.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah, thank you.
But why we are using commit actually in a DB2? Anyone knows? What is the use of commit?
It
To
saves
save the
the data.
changes, yeah, we have done. Suppose anything happens, some update happens or something goes wrong. So it will save the data till what we have done update.
Hmm. Again, that will
Mostly,
coming to the
mostly we,
performance.
mostly we do in the restart logic in Cobol DB2, right?
But yeah, what she told na, that is also true now, because how much,
Mm.
for example, I put a commit point 50. After 50 records, whatever I'm done na, it will commit. But if anything happened in between and after 50, for example, 60th record, if there is a file, right? It is in 50 is the commit point I put. And for example, there is some event happened on 57th record. Then it, instead of starting from the 1, it will start from the last commit point, which is 50. That's the reason that is again coming to the performance point of view. That's why we're using now this one commit, and also rollback other way, commit and rollback.
Yeah, very important question. Thanks. Thank you, Amir. Okay. So anyone want to add more question?
Yeah, I wanted to add this question. I was asked, is max care possible? I got a answer from internet that it is possible, but I wasn't sure about like the basics of it. Can
Max
anyone?
care.
Yeah, max care possible.
Max care you mean in DB2 SQL queries? Maximum aggregate function? Hello?
Yeah, max is one of the function, na?
No,
Even
actually I'm asking this question to confirm this, like what she wants to ask actually. Is it about DB2 or something else? Means SQL query. She wanna ask.
Yes, it is through D.
Hello?
yeah, that is possible, na? And the maximum limit is 32,672 bytes. Possible max function in a character.
Even my observation is same, like it is possible, I think.
But
Can you give me one example, like how can we use this?
So you like they are stable, okay? Employee ID and employee name. So employee ID is holding like employee E1, E2, E3, E4, and employee name like some phone name is there, like for Amulya, Kasim, Priya, and Subham, four guy. So I just wanna name maximum employee name, like select maximum employee name. So it will from employee. So what it will give? It will give the like what is the character means if it is like maximum character which who is like Subham S character. It is starting from S, so it will give the Subham result in the result. Like giving this one example. MNSOP. Sorry, Priya it will give. I think P is a greater than ASCII character. Are you aware of this ASCII character? Hello.
Yeah, okay. So another question was how to use pointer in string.
Okay. Anyone? Anyone know the answer? What is this pointer in string? No one?
Is it like some
Yes.
offset value, like from that count, it will start copying? I too don't know, but I'm just giving it a try.
What I have given, I want to give one but answer like for dynamic memory allocation. Is it? Hello.
No. Actually, why pointer in the string, right? That was the question, right? Yes.
Yes.
Usage pointer, which no, why you were using that one, which can help, which can be useful when dealing with dynamic memory allocation. For that only we are using the pointer for a string. Dynamic memory allocation. Just check in Google, now you'll get straightforward answer.
Okay, it's almost the time up. So can we wrap this call? And only 10 minutes left. Like I can arrange a meeting for 1.5 hours, 4 to 5:30.
Oh, this initial the meeting set up for 1.5 hour or 1 hour.
I have been like I set up this for 1.5 hours. I thought like 1.5 hour is much for discussion for today.
Okay. But I want more people to join in this call.
Yeah,
How many
let's.
how many people have accepted? Now anyway,
Yes.
now we can check.
In the like in beginning like there were 28. Now it's 23 going.
Yeah, that's fine. You have to showcase to yourself in front of customer, in front of the interviewer.
Yeah, correct.
Don't be silent.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I'm asking everyone to anyone want to take this answer. It will help you to, showcase yourself.
Yes. Okay.
And I am not much experienced, and I started my career in 2022.
2022. Wow.
Yeah.
That's fine. I think that there is something in proverb actually. Maybe I don't know how many people again Hindi. मतलब जो जो दिखता है वही बिकता है, वही वाला चीज है. How much you are going to showcase yourself, you will be more people will think about you. You have to showcase yourself.
And
Don't be silent.
this call is just for everyone, right? But like I faced a lot of struggles while preparing interview even in the start. So even I was not aware what question can be asked. Like it just was beginning for me. I am not connected with anyone. Lot of guys in mainframe that time. So I have faced struggles. I lot of researches I did in the Google, in everywhere, YouTube.
Yeah. I can understand.
Anyone working on a modernization project for Kana
Yes,
scenario?
myself, I'm working on. Basically, like two project I did.
Mm-hmm.
Second one is going on, and first one I did like that is for like we are just replicating the Kix screen. There
Mm-hmm.
you already know Kix screen was what like they taking input data and giving output value. Like so, for example, we are giving account number in the CSS screen, and this is giving me all the results like name, address, phone number, everything. So what the requirement is that like they want to replicate this screen and create the API. API or no?
Okay, so
JSON,
that you can
JSON.
get the request from the API through the mainframe
No.
or what?
There's a requirement for both. Like in the in the current going project, there is a
Mm-hmm.
requirement from taking data from API. But in
Mm-hmm.
the last project, that is not the scenario. We have to just replicate like input. Like in the API, we have to we have to give some request and response copy. Okay. They have like the same like screen. Like screen is using one input field, account number, and giving the result all the fields. So like that, we have to do the same in the API. Like if we are giving the account number,
Mm-hmm.
like 11 bytes account number, it will give me the all the results related to that account number. So for that, like we used JDOS Connect API.
But how you can connect to this the mainframe and API things? So you're using the
Yeah,
Kix or any
yeah,
mainframe
Kick services. Yeah, Kick services only.
Kix services? So
Yeah.
sir, so which services you're using in the sense?
Yeah, JDOS Connect actually there. So what we have to
Mm-hmm.
like we have to analyze the map where we all the fields are there. So
Mm-hmm.
accordingly, we have to create one request and response copybook. Like for account number, okay, request copybook. I'm just adding request copybook, and there we have to like 8 bytes unique 8 bytes we have to give, so we can identify the which Cobol program we have to map,
So
and
you're
that eight
taking the
bytes
data
also.
from the JSON format or any other format?
No, we are converting into the JSON format.
You're converting to the mainframe code to the JSON format.
Yeah, correct. And there are a lot of technology including the React and Angular. They want
Mm-hmm.
to use the API. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
for that we are providing that API to the front end team.
Okay, modernization is a very big topic actually. If you start with it,
Yes,
it will go
it's my
long.
project. I know like there's a lot of things in modernization is going on.
Actually, this is a you are doing this is not like a modernization things. Actually, the
Mhm.
modernization is totally different. It's the refactoring and restructuring the product and all. Just you
Okay.
are moving to API to the mainframe just normally because when I did the project, so the project was did like something that we can convert the total the batch system to mainframe DB to Postgres DB, and
Mhm.
whatever the screen on this from they're taking from the mainframe. So we are all screen we are moving to the API things. So we are using the SOAP request and all those connected with the mainframe. So it is a big project actually. So I did think for the only
Mhm.
for the batch systems. So instead of we are using the JCLs, right? So directly we
Okay.
can connect the Java microservices through calling to that directly. So totally almost 150 plus program we need to remove and JCL program as well.
Yeah, that's right.
That's
Yeah.
that.
So
Yeah.
basically,
So
it might be re-hosting or a re-platforming. There are two ways.
just you can say the re platforming something because the platform is totally we did the change almost 200 plus bad jobs we removed from this. So I did this project for the Amex actually.
Amex, okay.